Hello.
Hello.
I think we're live. Yay, we're live. It's working. I
Yeah.
think. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, live. Don't worry.
I clicked
Hi,
on the
we're
buttons.
professional. Good job.
Yes.
And they can hear us. Wonderful.
Wonderful. Hello.
Hey again.
We are small dreamers.
Yeah.
We make small games in a short-ish time. Not more. We make small games. And
Do
we're
we?
working on a bigger one.
Yeah. Well, it's still
Because,
not going to be a huge game, but it's big for us.
well, it's a big game by, like, small game standards.
Yeah.
It's both, Egan. It's both.
It's probably both. Hang on. I'm going to turn myself so that I can lay down in my chair, but closer to the mic. And that way, Discord won't mute me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking
First
about?
of all, it's too damn hot.
Yes, but we know that.
We're all melting. It's fine. We've all lost brain cells this week. It's fine.
Melting. I'm melting.
But yeah, no, it's been difficult this week. Yeah, I don't know about you, but focusing or doing anything
Yep.
is like 5 times harder.
Well, I was
Sometimes
in
same time.
classes and they have air conditioning there.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
it's been okay over during the day. But then I have to
Yeah.
pay attention to the class, which is not like extremely my jam this week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter, but
Yeah.
I might have
Eh.
been distracted by more interesting things like whatever this is. But that's been happening a lot. Look. Game done. No, that's not true.
Sure.
This is how it looks
Yeah.
when you do not click play. Because there's now a camera system that moves the camera around and stuff. So it just, when you're not running the game, it just scales up whatever is in this scene without looking at the camera, so it's strange. But when I launch the game, we now have a character that can move around. And it's aligned to the grid and stuff. And when we have a camera system now that when I touch this blue circle, it will do tweak and move the camera.
Wow.
And it's all still aligned, which was a big thing to change. Yes, Kat.
Yes.
I am not going to pick you up.
It may look fairly simple. It wasn't.
It was not. I can explain it.
Not.
And then it could be more complicated still. Because it has to do with shader stuffs. There's like 3 layers of shaders. There's one for the background. If I turn it off, puff, everything's gone. Oh, we don't want that.
No.
And then there's a second pass of the shader. So the first shader, this is this one. Where it is? Oh, here it is. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway. This is the one that shows the grid in the background. And then the second one gets an image from this camera that goes into this sub viewport that sends the image to this shader through here. And then you can adjust the color if you want to. We could make everything pink if we want to, which is dynamic, so you can do it whatever. So maybe like for selecting specific things or whatever. I'm not sure yet how I want to use this, but I was like, hey, I can add this. And then that gets rendered, and every single sprite, let me open this one, gets rendered like this. It has its own stitches that get rendered on here.
Oh, that's the big thing. Look at that. Not only do you have stitches, but you have all the variations.
Yes. And there's a system in there that can make it so that if we want some sprites to have thicker stitches, we can do that. It will be per sprite, not per color, and not like for the whole screen. So one sprite will be can have one thickness basically, because there's not the thread. It's not in the XML files as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So I cannot tell it, okay, all this color has to be, well, I could tell it in a shader, but then I'd have to redo the entire thing, and I don't know how yet.
To be fair, I haven't used the option in Flosscross to adjust thinness of the thread. So maybe it is, but it's not there because I never used it.
Yeah, also then it would probably be more complicated, so I don't know how to do that yet, and I don't want to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But to be honest, in any way, we're gonna need to make it thicker by default.
Yeah, this I know. This is just the image I made real quick.
Yeah, I know.
Directly in like Pixelorama or something, and I just made basic stitches. Move away, cat. Don't bother me right now. I'm talking. Go away. And so yeah, it will be possible to adjust them. Have a bunch of information about the frames and stuff you can set up here, and so that you can have animations like basically with a sprite sheet.
Okay.
So that's pretty easy to do. It's what I told you on. You can basically make a Pixelorama sprite sheet with all the animations and stuff directly in there, then transpose it into Flosscross and edit it in there, so that you have the stitches all correct and lined up, which is an annoying step because it's less fun to use than Pixelorama. But the other option is to create our own stitching program, and I don't want to. Because that's a lot of work, and they have already done most of it. So, and then you can just basically import it in here and have all the things, and you can here adjust the sprite variation thing.
Okay.
And that is the thing that will adjust the where is it? Project settings over here. In the globals, in the shader globals, this is the stitch file right now. But if we update this with like a column of X's and a column of dashes and a column of everything, it needs to be the same number for everything. So if we decide to have two different thread thicknesses, you just put two threads in here, and then it's basically a square. It becomes a taller and taller rectangle because it's just a sprite sheet, and it tells you, okay, this frame, this part of the image goes here, this part of the image goes there.
Okay.
So as long as the X's stay in the same column, it can be as big as we want. We could even have like variations that switch every like couple frames or something to have the jiggle effect come back.
Okay.
So that's possible.
Nice. Okay.
So there's a bunch of possibilities here, and I need to test them out a bit more, but I haven't had the time to like make a bunch of variations for this thing because, well, I can't really open drawing software on my computer at school.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah. Anyway, this is how it looks right now, but it's going to look better at some point with better threads and higher resolution. We can update these with whatever resolution we want, basically, and it will look just fine. It's two variables to adjust in the thing, like one over here in the global thing again. It's the stitch size. Right now it's 16 pixels per square, basically. But if we want it to be 64 or, I don't know, 5,672, it's possible. The game would not like that, I think. That's probably too much.
Stage. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like 64 or 128 or something similar, and have high resolution textures of the stitches is what I think is a good idea. Because then we can zoom into the image a bit more.
Yeah, okay.
Because right now, if I launch the game, like this is too far away a little bit, and it looks a little weird. But my idea was to have like this, and then when you attack, maybe have like a dramatic camera move that's not as intense as what I'm just doing, but like being able to move the camera around a bit is probably interesting.
Yeah, sure.
And I've been playing a bit of Octopath Traveler 2, And that is a game that does a lot of little punchy zooms and stuff during the battles and things. And I don't want it to be as intense as that, because I like the idea that ours is a little bit more subdued.
Yeah,
because it's a bit calmer.
Yeah.
Because I think they overdo it a bit in Octopath.
But yeah, we're gonna be less dynamic for sure.
Yeah, also that's a lot of more
still,
work.
Also, of course.
They probably had a team of people just working on that.
Well, for sure. But also there's they also like cut some other things that other games might do. Like you might notice that not many sprites are animated.
Yes.
Especially in backgrounds and stuff, because they use lights instead, automatic effects and stuff like that, that they didn't have to animate by hand and stuff like that. So the intense effects like that come also as a way to have an economy of other types of animation feedbacks.
Yes.
So it's also a good balance. So I do think we should still, like, yeah, I agree, we should still take a lot of inspiration from that, because it's probably a good idea to cut on the handmade animation.
Yes, but
and to find other ways to give feedbacks and
that's
stuff.
also why I added a little torch.
Exactly.
Look at it. There's a little torch button.
There
you might have seen. And when I click on torch, we have a light now.
We have lights. We can add light effects and stuff like that.
And then I can move it around. And this is a 3D light that is shining on the tapestry. So later, when we'll have bigger resolution stitches with maybe normal maps and stuff, it will look very good with lights. Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, very bad, but it will look something different.
It will look interesting, at least. And I've been looking into how normal maps and stuff work. And there's like software to draw them onto 2D textures, or to generate them automatically, but then it might look bad, so you might have to go back and correct it or whatever. So I'm not entirely sure. I've written it down in our Affin doc. I've started to write things down with links and stuff. Maybe we should use something like this and something like that. I know you're not supposed to write questions in a game design document, but I need to write them down somewhere.
It's fine.
It's a working document. It will be refined over the time and molded into, look at what the game is.
Kind of. No, like I like today I was like, okay, finally I'm going to tackle the gameplay pages.
Oh no.
And then I opened the combat page and I was like, okay, not today.
No, we need to have need to sit down and talk about the combat for a bit.
No, but also more than that, because the way we've used documentation so far has been also as a way to communicate between each other.
It's writing down questions.
Yeah, this is not what this document is.
No. And I started...
document is, here is what it's supposed to be. Here is the decision after the discussion.
Yes, because I've written down a bunch of things here. So here's still a bunch of stuff with whatever, with question marks and stuff. And if you look at, I've started to make a doc with questions, but I've not kept up with it because I've forgotten. And because I was working, and I'm like, okay, wait, I need to write this down real quick somewhere, because I'm working on the combat tech these days. Like, I started today, but there's still a bunch of questions. I'm like, okay, what is this going to be? And what is this turn system? And what is whatever else, the tech and things, and how will it work? And how will the combat be?
The easiest way for this to work is that you write in the doc like the title or the topic or wherever we're at in terms of decisions, and then you comment on it. That way I also get a notification so that I know where you're asking questions.
That's a good idea. So basically I do this and then I add a comment to it, like this.
Yeah, for example,
okay,
here's what I'm thinking, here's
a question.
The questions I have and stuff like that. And that way, in my own space, I get notifications, I may get an email, I may get, and so that way I know where you're working and where you're asking those questions, because right now I'm going to have to go through pages and pages and pages
to
find where you're you're working currently, or
to
where
be fair,
you're
they're not
asking
specifically questions for you. They're also questions
I
for
know.
me.
I know, but I'm
Yes.
supposed to know what's going on. So,
I know.
so you know, and stuff like that. And also, like, we both like to have input on each other's work.
Of
So
course.
it's easier that way.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I think that when I have a specific question, I'm going to try and write it down in here specifically.
Okay.
And then if I'm writing down information and stuff and have a question on the specific info I'm writing down, like writing down something about the textures, and I'm like, okay, should we do macro? And then should I ask for, I don't know, send an email to a company and ask them how much it would cost or something. And if I had a question about something like this, do a comment. I think that's the way to go.
For example, yeah, sure.
And then the goal is every time we see each other, we empty this into the correct area and answer the questions.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good way, a good simple way of working.
That could be fun.
I don't remember what I wrote down here, but it's fine. I'll look at it later.
That's cool.
It's several weeks ago.
I look at the combat page and I'm like, I really need to reorder everything to make it into a comprehensive design thing.
Because it's a lot of a word vomit.
Yeah, it was the original word vomit, and I'm gonna need to just basically take everything and just put it back, and also update it with the things we put in the slides, and then the fact that you're working on it on top of that, and I'm like, wait, we haven't even decided the thing, so that's fine. But at the same time, what's going on? So it's like, yeah, I'm catching up.
Yeah, I'm making the skeleton of the combat system these days. I've started today, and so far everything I've made is already stuff we have decided. Like we've decided on the turn order thing that I've shown you already. I set that up. It's working, ish. And now I'm like, okay, how do I make a character attack or something?
Yeah.
And that's the next question. And those things, that's not like something we really need to discuss. It's the basics.
Yeah.
And yes, we'll have to discuss on what does an attack do, what character does what attack, and what are their special features and whatever. But that's
how do you select the target?
Yes.
How do you stuff like that? You have tons of things still to design, to discuss and stuff. But yeah, no, otherwise I'm just working page by page, trying to put things back in order and re-update with everything and make sure every page is up to date and clear. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
and then I take a break and I just fill every nation page with pictures of inspirations.
Oh, that's nice. I have not seen those yet.
And I'm like, yeah. I'm done writing there, but I'm like, okay. That's fun.
So yeah, this is going to be a huge document by the end, which is nice.
Oh yeah, no, but
I like it.
Principle.
Oh yeah, this started out as, what if we made an RPG? And I was like, okay, it's going to be cross-stitched. If it's going to be cross-stitched, we need it to be turn-based, because otherwise the animations will be a mess to look at.
It's no.
So if it was action-based, it would be a mess and not very fun to play, and not very interesting to look at, or at least not very readable. That's the main word we were
or I would have to go very, very simple and clunky.
Yeah.
In a way to make it, to avoid unnecessary noise.
Yeah, because I think the best we would have been able to do would be like a simplified version of Link's Awakening combat and on the Game Boy, and I don't really like that combat.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Oh no, we're not making the active time battle thing. I do not like it. I like the turn-based. That's real turn-based, and that's Final Fantasy. Yeah, Final Fantasy X is the standard for what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And
no one likes it. Come on. Calm down with the generalization.
They've used that a lot.
They've used that a lot. They perfected it and changed it.
And it works okay for some stuff. But yeah,
okay. If someone tells you they do, they're lying to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
sure.
Okay. How do I ban somewhere?
Wait, I'm not on the right.
Can you? I don't know where the button
Hang
is.
on.
It doesn't show me.
Hang on. I'm gonna. Here we go, and there we go.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't have my mod options activated on that window.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. What were we saying? So yeah, combat. We'll talk about it probably next stream if I have the time to work on it more.
Yeah.
Because my school is ending on Friday, but then wait, there's a cat trying to. Okay, up. There's a glass of water that was not empty, and he was putting his paw in, and I think he was going to spill water everywhere. Maybe next stream, yeah.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah.
But yeah, so school is ending on Friday, and on Monday I start an internship. That's 45 minutes of biking from here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be tired for a bit.
Yeah.
And I will have a lot less time to work on the game for 8 weeks or so.
Yeah. So you're gonna hear a lot about documentations instead.
Yeah.
And writing. And the world, and the game world and stuff.
I'm also
and
interested by
visuals.
that. I can't wait to read all that.
Yeah.
I've read a bit of it. I've seen you've written down some stuff.
I mean, not much of it is new. It's just completed.
Yeah, but it's
just complete it as I go.
But it's good to have it in mind when I'm thinking about other stuff, because it needs to all come back to the same design pillars, basically.
Yep.
It all leads back to what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and yeah, who knows? Maybe at some point, if I see you're still not able to make it, and I keep having personal distractions and stuff, I'll probably like do a stream that's just me making pixel art or translating pixel art into Floss Cross so that people can
that could be a fun stream to do the entire process, basically from idea for a pixel art thing, making it and then exporting it to Floss Cross and then importing it into Godot.
Yeah.
With the little tool I made. Oh, I haven't showed that, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. I made a little tool.
I have a tool, guys. I have a tool. We're professionals.
I'm a real game dev now.
Yeah.
I made a real tool.
So pro.
A sprite creator tool. You launch it and it opens a little window that's ugly as all hell, and that's exactly the point. You can load an XML file of whatever. I don't remember what any of these do. Let's pick our little friend here. Look at him. And then this is not an image. That is that's an XML file that was just generated. And then I can call him whatever, Willem, and tell him, okay, let's export it over here. And then I can save him. And then when I go in here, look at him. There's two now. There's one here. He's tiny. And here's the stitches. And he's tiny as well. And black and white.
Yep.
And then when you go in the game, you can just open a sprite thing. Let me see. Can I open the basic sprite? Where are they? Base classes, extensions, the default sprite, which is here. And it's an image that is exactly 1 by 1 pixel. Because if this texture thing is empty, the shader doesn't work. That took too long to figure out. I did not like it.
Okay.
And then you just change the images over here. And where are they? Here they are. I just need to put them somewhere. I'll clean those up later. Up.
Sure.
And then you go in here, and I know this one is 30 by 30. So this is the color, and this is the stitches. And then I say 30 by 30, and then it doesn't work. And you're like, wait, that's weird. And then I need to change this, and then change this, and then it works.
Ooh,
Which also took a long time to figure out.
He's pretty.
It works.
It works. William.
Look, we have a second character now.
Yay.
In his very first version.
Yeah.
Because we've already decided we're going to change stuff around a bit.
Yeah, I don't like his weapon.
No. His class is scissors. That's not
I didn't have time to do weapon design.
It's fine.
So I had just this basic idea of two chained blades.
Yeah.
You know? And then I was like, yeah, but it looks dumb.
It looks dumb to have
it's
two
kind
blades.
of fun, but it looks a bit dumb.
It needs to be big scissors.
Like that. Yeah, so it's gonna be something like that indeed. Or scissor-ish. So yeah.
Is he still here? He's still here. Scissor Man from Clock Tower. He has big scissors.
Yeah.
Also, he's an evil person, so I don't.
Zoom in. People can't see shit.
Can I zoom in on this thing? No, I can't.
Control this.
Hey, here we do. Double click.
Oh, there we go.
Look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, but less goofy and probably less like horror-y.
We can do with horror, I think.
Yeah. But we don't want our main character to be scary.
I mean, yeah, but it's just a weapon.
Oh, that's true. It's a weapon.
It's a weapon. Still, it needs to be intimidating.
Yes.
You want to feel powerful.
Yes.
So.
We need to also decide on what we do with weapon upgrades and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I still don't know. Oh God.
I'll think about it a little bit, and I'll try to go look at what other games have done, and we'll pick one of those.
Because I'm still a bit too into the Octopath Traveler thing. I'm like, oh, I want, I'm like, this game works well, so I want to do kind of that. But at the same time, I'm like, no, if I start another game, I'll be like, oh, but this works. So I need to play one or two.
Maybe you should stop playing Octopath and move on to Final Fantasy X or another one.
I'm gonna do that. To be fair, I took a break from Octopath recently. I had to.
I think FF10 is available on the Switch.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
buy again. No, I know.
Another. I don't have.
I don't think I have the. Oh, I have a PS4 version, I believe.
No, it's fine. I have it on the computer already.
Oh, okay, fine.
I found it.
Nice.
Somehow.
You can do emulation. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like emulation.
Yeah. Same.
So yeah, I've been.
Everything is legal, guys.
I'm also making a list.
I'm not doing crimes. Don't worry.
I'm also making a list of what's it called? A list of JRPGs I'd like to try out to see if there's interesting things in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to have time someday.
Yeah.
If we get money, and I don't have a job, maybe we could. It could be my job to try out those games.
Good.
Could be
part of our daily workload.
Yeah, that's an idea I'm toying around with. If we get the money, I'd like to stream like a couple hours, maybe every morning or something during the week, and just do like a 9 to 11 stream or something, where I just play a different game every week and see what's interesting about it, and if we can find stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know yet. It will depend. It depends on so many things.
Sure.
The future is very uncertain these days.
Yeah. More games to play, more things to do, and you start the internship next week. Next week, no stream then, I think, because I'm not going to be there either. I'm not going to be available on Wednesday either, sadly.
And I'm going to be extremely tired for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so the week after that, though, if you're too tired, I can do a stream alone.
I think that I can just come right out of the internship right to your house, and then we can stream like we usually do. Sure. And then, but just instead of showing up at your door at 5:15 or something, it's going to be like 5:45 or something.
Yeah, 6:30 or something. Sure.
Fine. It's not like we have a million things to discuss.
No, and also if we need, we can always stream a bit later. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It works.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we will. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And yeah, we know sort of when we'll get an answer from for the money. That's going to be cool for the CNC.
Yeah.
That's going to be the week of July, first week of July or something. I believe
second week of July, I think.
I don't remember. Yeah. We've received an email to say, yep, your file has been entered into the list of stuff to discuss, and it will be discussed that week and that week. So we'll see.
It will be discussed from that moment on, and decisions will be communicated to you around this time. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
I think you're very optimistic, Egan, to tell our game to be on that list. If we get financing, that game is not coming out in less than a year.
Yeah, no, but and even sometimes, you know, you have these Steam events.
Yes.
You don't have to have the game. You can just have a demo of something.
Oh, that's true.
But I would be wary of putting the demo too soon.
Yes, same.
So like even in a year, I'm like, hold on, because consider that the money we've candidated for, we've applied for,
it's
supposed to help us do the game design document before starting production.
Yes.
We are still gonna start, you know, we're still gonna produce things, but it's they say like you have a year, and I'm like, that's realistic for normal game projects, traditional game projects. We don't need as much time because we want to keep our things a bit tighter than that, a bit smaller, the scope's a bit tighter. But still, it's very optimistic to say a year we have a working demo.
Yes, I think that's too soon. Especially if once we have like written the thing, if we get the money from the CNC and we can write the real big game documents that and have like a sort of a vague vertical slice or something,
little prototype,
a prototype to show people, to ask for money, then we'll have to do that, and that's going to be something else entirely.
Sure.
And this game is not, if this all works out, ideally, I think this game is not coming out until like 2 years from now.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
But we're not there yet, and
yeah,
I don't know what that would even look like.
Yeah, and to be fair, we like even in the timeline I gave on the pitch deck, I did make it a deadline about a prototype rather than the documentation itself, because we work that way. But like that's a choice. That's because we want to have things. We want to have things.
We show, but it's also because we show off things all the time.
Yeah, also, and because it's much funnier to work on things that move.
Yeah, and I need to make things move to understand how they work.
Yeah, sure.
So I cannot really. I've been writing down how to make things, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sure if it's going to work because I don't know if what I wrote down is feasible. And then I try a first version, and then I go back and rewrite what I did because I changed stuff, because it was like, yeah, but this is not going to work. So it doesn't change the design fundamentally, but the way I envisioned it working doesn't work exactly how I planned. It's exactly like that with the shader. I was thinking, okay, we'll have a bunch of layers and everything will be pixel art on one side and be stitches on the other side, and it's going to be plop, done, translated. And that's not how it works. And now every item has its own shader, basically.
Yep.
Which someone on Reddit told me was more efficient. So I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'm going to try and we'll see. And this is a good way of working, and it works well also with the camera system, because I went back and forth between the two different methods because they both work now. But the camera is more efficient and more easy to use when you're doing the shaders on every sprite. So that's how we're going to do it, I think.
Yeah,
because that's what makes sense.
kind of.
And that's what's allowing us to do more stuff, basically. Not that we're going to do everything like that. I don't know how many camera moves and stuff we're going to have, but not closing off the option is a good idea, I think, especially this early in development.
For sure. You know what I thought is that the fact that it's the circle thing is cool, but the thing is it should actually be at the center of the screen, and every time your character moves outside of it is when the camera moves.
Oh yeah, that's a thing I can completely do.
And I think like that. I'm not sure yet.
That's how it normally works.
Yeah, but I'm considering, because do we want a camera that moves according to a point you're reaching, a specific point you're reaching?
I've just activated the smoothing. It's going to mess up all the pixel positions, all the stitches, but this is how it looks. Oh, it doesn't work. I've disabled stuff. It doesn't work anymur. I can't do it. I can't show it off right now. Okay.
Also, I was laughing a bit earlier because of what Egan has posted. I trust Reddit over ChatGPT any day of the week. Yep, same. And I don't even like Reddit. Yep, same. Like, it's just like, yeah, at least like I trust,
it's a real person writing me stuff.
People experiences and opinions and stuff like that. I trust that slightly more. Slightly more than ChatGPT.
I don't want. I've never used ChatGPT, and I'm not going to start now.
Any language-based model.
I refuse to use a chatbot to tell me things.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that either. My my online classes also are trying to force my hand.
Ew.
That it's just. Ugh. But yeah, it feels empty every time. I'm like, I just know that I can just get the answer I want with the right trigger words.
Yeah.
I barely need to make sentences if I don't want to.
No.
Like, what the heck?
That's stupid.
How's that useful for me, a student?
And I like the community aspect of Reddit, especially like if you go in the correct places, people are usually nice. I've not seen that many people be like, "Oh, this is stupid," blah blah blah. And I've only had nice messages on any question I had on Godot stuff. I've posted like a bunch of times now, like 5-6 times, and I try to, if I see someone post something that I know the answer to, I try to be like, "Hey, I've tried this and that works," and I try to help out. It's fun to be part of this community on there.
Yeah, but Reddit can be a bit. I'm not gonna say gatekeepy, though.
Oh yes,
it can be. game dev in general, game dev Reddit especially can be very mean, not in an evil intentions way, but in a you're doing this so wrong. I know better than you, and their solution is not better necessarily. And everybody is like, I'm an expert, even though they're not.
Yeah.
So it's a risk, but also at the same time, like, groupthink, group intelligence also has many advantages. And having the ability to like ask this question, have multiple people think with you on it.
Oh, that's so
nice.
Always
great. Is always really cool. But yeah, it can turn on you sometimes, especially on Reddit. It's very easy to see it, the atmosphere of the comment section turn very.
I have not had that happen to me yet, but I know that it's probably possible.
I've seen it a few times, and also like it's because like, and also you have the opposite posts that seem nice, but actually like you look at it and you're like, you're either dumb or there is a problem in what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a mean way, but you need to take a step back and think and breathe for a second and think about what you're saying.
Yes.
Like, but yeah, no. And also, of course, like many extremely wide communities, Reddit is actually a bunch of plenty of smaller communities and some bigger than others. And so you can always find places in Reddit that are super nice, super great. You just stumble on them, and it's not that there's never any problem, but you rarely feel the ire of that community because it doesn't act the same. So yeah, it's just like any any other network, basically, social network in general.
Of course.
But
yeah, so far I've only encountered good and nice conversations on the Reddit parts that I've been to, which is the Godot engine subforum thing. I don't remember what it's called. r/ something. I don't know. I'm not like a real Reddit person.
Very tiny corner of the Reddit where it's like, oh, everybody's so happy to be here.
And everybody's nice. I like it. And everybody's helpful. And you can just ask questions and show what you're working on. And everyone's like, oh, this looks cool.
That's nice.
And I try to keep it positive over as well. And it's important.
Yep.
Because you need those.
You need those positive spaces on the internet for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, no stream next week. I think we're done next week. No stream next week. The week after that, though.
Probably.
And yeah.
And
new rhythm change for you. So
going to be intense.
Yeah. New adaptation to do.
At least the company seems nice. It's like a tiny company with less than 10 employees. So it's me and 2 other devs, and we're working on some huge project. It's going to be good.
Cool. Well, I hope so.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
It's going to be my first time working with another dev in a professional setting.
Ooh.
That's something. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. And then, I've been also trying to keep this folder organized and make it so that it's scalable and usable. And so far, I've half succeeded.
Nice.
But I'm going to be forcing it into shape over time. And yes, people are scary, but I've had a lot of practice. I've spent like several months now with people in the same room for days and days and days and days. And yes, I know today there were like 5 of us in the room, but still. At the beginning, it was 25. That's a lot.
Same, Ian. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to be in a room with 25 other people.
But sometimes you have to, so you do.
And it went okay, I think. Maybe I'm less antisocial than I thought.
Probably maybe. Not. Or just having an end date helps.
Oh, yes. Having an end date helps for sure.
Yeah.
And the end date is very close now, and I like it. Anyway, I think that's it for this week. I don't know what else, or I think that's it. Yeah. I'm working on the battle system. Next week I have an internship, so it's going to be slow for a bit. And next week, no stream, and probably the weekly update will be very, very filled with documents.
Lore
like stuff. Be prepared for a lore drop.
Yeah, we'll see. Sure thing.
Yeah.
Well, I have a family thing this weekend, so I'm gonna be it's gonna be a tired update.
Oh
no. Probably. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We shall see you all in a couple weeks with some more stuff. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.